How's it going, guys? My name is Johan with K2, and we are continuing our series here interviewing some industry partners. And today we've got APsystems with us today. Jason Higginson.
That's exactly it.
Yeah,
sorry.
You got it. And he's the head of marketing for North America for APsystems. So thanks for joining us.
You bet.
How's the conference been going for you?
It's been fantastic. I got to tell you, I've been to a lot of these, and it's been hopping this year. I came into this show going, residential solar in particular has been in a bit of a lull, and we don't know what to expect. Is our industry going to show up, right? Are we going to show up in a big way? And we answered the call, and we had a target of what we wanted in terms of people coming in, and we nailed that target on the first day. So
that's awesome. The first day was very busy. Same with us in our booth here, and it's definitely popping right now. You can hear the music going on, and the energy
standing room only in our booth. I couldn't believe it.
The energy feels good,
yeah,
right? We always joke around. How long have you been in the industry?
Goodness, 14 years now.
Wow. All right. So you're an old solar geezer like myself. I lost count after 15 years.
Let me put it this way. Before, when I first started in solar, I had hair, no glasses, and was clean shaven. Look what you've done to me, solar.
Right?
Look what you've done.
I do the same. I say the same thing. I used to not have a single gray hair. Now look at me. I was going to say, we always joke around about the solar coaster, right?
Yeah.
And people who are new to the industry are freaking out right now with good reason. Like you said, residential took a little bit of a hit.
Yeah.
But if you've been in the industry 10 years or longer, this is a part of the solar coaster, right?
Yep.
It goes up, it goes down. We will recover. And like you said, I think the energy has been really positive here. And really cool that people are coming out, a mix of obviously manufacturers. Sometimes we think it's just going to be a manufacturer fest here.
Yeah.
But the installers showed up in force, and cheers to them because some have survived and some have not. And the ones who survived are here. And even the ones that didn't survive, they will come back in some form or another.
It's a resilient industry. We're used to that. We're used to the ups and downs and the changes and waiting on bated breath for what's going to happen politically, what's going to happen with interest rates, what's going to happen in policy. We're used to that solar coaster.
Yeah, and I think, we all know that batteries and storage has become a big hot topic just because of so much going on in the industry. As far as, the battles with utility, but also outages. Texas got hit hard a couple years ago, and other states and cities are starting to see it. We've seen it across, the globe, really. You guys are getting involved in storage as well, and you've got some new products. So tell me a little bit about some of your products that you're excited about.
Yeah, thanks for asking. We launched our first energy storage product last year at RA Plus in Vegas. And it was our ELS 5K that we could pair with like 10 kilowatts of batteries. So we could string two of those together for up to 20 kilowatts. We had a lot of customers, especially here in California, saying, can you do whole home backup? Can you do more than that? Can you do like 40 to 60 kilowatts? And we're like, what do you need that for? And they're like, in Texas, they're in Arizona in some of these cases where they need a lot more power, where air conditioning now has become a critical load in some of these states. Like you get 100 days sustained over 120 degrees. It could be life-threatening. So, so it's a little bit unique to some parts of the United States where, they might need more power. We wanted a product that we could provide those customers that will help those homeowners reach their energy storage needs. So we went big. So we had, if you can call, that ELS 5K the little brother, we made the big brother. Awesome. We launched it this year. I just issued the press release yesterday, and very excited about it. So a couple of differences. It's twice as powerful. So it starts at 11.4K. You can string many more of our AP batteries with it. It's a 10K battery. You can string up to 16 of those together, which is a ridiculous amount. You'll never need to do that, but you could do it. and it has generator connectivity, so you can hook a generator up if you need to. And this version doesn't need a transformer, so trying to make it easier on the installer and provide more capacity for the homeowner. It's what we're all about.
That's really cool. Yeah, I actually, believe it or not, I was on a roof. I was on one of your coworkers, Josh. I was in Flagstaff. I was on his roof installing, and I've known him for a long time, and he was like, "Hey, calling in a favor. I want you to be on the job." It was with one of his customers doing the job, and that was kind of the first time I actually got my hands on the product on a real job site, because I've done your guys' system on some of our training. We got to make sure your system is compatible with our racking system.
Yeah.
And I took the unit, installed it on the racking. I'm like, wow, this is really cool, really easy. And if nobody's familiar with APsystems, I highly recommend checking it out, because, I mean, you guys have some great products.
Yeah.
And
high technology, plug and play. Yeah, easy compatibility, flexible.
Yeah, and he showed me just at the conference, like, his system. He showed me everything, and I was like, wow, this is really cool. So it's exciting to see companies grow, because I've heard the name APsystems for a long time.
Yep.
But you guys are really growing. Like, where is there anywhere in particular you're seeing the most growth, or where you're focusing on, or where are you based actually?
So I'm based in Seattle myself. The
Okay,
company's based, they're headquartered in Austin, Texas.
Awesome.
But we are a global company. We're a global multinational corporation. So we have 4 main business units. So when people ask, like, where are you guys from? Like, we're from all over. So we have an HQ here. We have an HQ in Europe, out of Amsterdam and Lyon, France. We have an HQ in Latin America, actually 2 offices there out of Guadalajara and Sao Paulo, Brazil. And in APAC, we're in Sydney, Australia, and in Jiaxing and Shanghai are 2 locations in China.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Hey, you guys are very similar to us. One, you're APsystems, we're K2 Systems, and we also are European in that way. And
Let's go.
one thing I thought when I first came to this company, like over 5 years ago, I loved the idea that we were international. I'm sure you get this as well, where you can see their market and what they're dealing with, what cool innovative products they're coming out with.
Yep.
And then we share ideas with our engineers all the time, seeing what works, and sales team and marketing teams, and compare notes and say what's working over there that we can bring over here, or
Exactly.
vice versa. You guys get a lot of that as well?
We do. We actually had, it's funny you mentioned that. There's the DIY product that we have for the Benelux region, which is, for those of you that don't know Benelux, it's Belgium, Luxembourg, and Netherlands. They just call that whole region Benelux. But they have a social housing program that's, they've used millions of our Easy One product. And the Easy One is this new DIY, like, kind of plug-in microinverter. You plug it into your wall socket.
Oh, wow.
And you can pair it with like 2 PV modules on a balcony system. So it's something that we're like, well, I wonder if there's a market for that, here in the U.S.
I immediately think renters.
Right. Yeah,
know?
so that's what a lot of people think. So we're kicking the tires. We're trying to find out, okay, what are the regulatory requirements to bring that here?
Right.
What kind of hoops do we need to jump through? But it's that same exact idea of kind of taking that innovation from around the world and, okay, can we make that work here?
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really fun. And this show in particular is international. I mean, so big. I don't know if you got a chance to walk around. I couldn't even cover the corner over there.
I got over to N Hall, and I saw the top floor, the bottom floor, and I was like, that's a lot for one day.
Yeah.
There's so many exhibitors, you don't get a chance to see everything.
Right. Yeah, and it's cool to see an international presence, see what, like you said, what are the new little hot topics there. And, like, as a renter myself, that's pretty intriguing. I'd love to see if that takes off, because we all have our little gadgets of solar things that we charge, and we're like, this is cool, but if you could power more at your house, why not?
Anything you can do to reduce that overall electricity bill. So we're now focusing on whole home electrification. So we're currently at work on an EV charger, so we're hoping to launch that sometime next year. So that way we can have the solar on the roof, we can have the energy storage, we can have the EV charger for your electric vehicle. And just be able to provide all that for the homeowner.
Wow, that's huge. Yeah, the smart home seems to be a big topic here in the U.S. where, even your AC unit you can turn, or a heater, you can turn it off from your phone.
Yep.
And I mean, going back to the old solar geyser comments, we never had systems where you can look at the production from your phone, you know,
Right.
and
It was all
now
online. Yeah.
now that's
Yeah.
a standard thing.
Yeah.
You know, it's so cool.
Exactly.
So do you have solar as well?
So yeah, we have on our. Are you talking about me personally?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah. No, I wish I had. I wish I didn't have surrounded by 200
Oh
foot
yeah.
trees.
Oh, you're in
I'm in, like,
Seattle.
Yeah, I'm in the
I'll
middle of
take
the,
trees. Trees.
basically in a forest.
Yeah,
Uh,
makes sense.
But yeah, if I didn't, I would most absolutely have solar.
Yeah,
on
I
my
would
roof.
too. I'm a renter, so I can't. But it is cool to see our friends pull up the software. You
Yeah.
guys, I imagine. I think I saw
Some
Josh-
people in my neighborhood that have APsystems.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So you get to check it
Yeah.
out and see how they're
Yeah,
doing.
I love it.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
And I give them swag, and they proudly wear
Yeah.
it around so people
Yeah.
can ask them about
That's cool.
APsystems. But yeah, we have one of those tremendous apps that integrates all of that too. That's just one of our end users can see their energy production. They can see the consumption if they have consumption monitoring. They can see what is being used by their energy storage system, what's being charged, how much they have in state of charge, and all of that is right there in their phone.
Very cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, and as far as installers, are you guys primarily focused on residential, or what would you say is your percentage break?
We probably are 70% residential, 30% commercial.
Okay, we're
so we
around
have-
the same. Yeah.
Yeah, we have about so we have one primary commercial product, our QT2. It comes in 208 volt or 480 volt, and it's a big differentiator. So we're competing with string inverters and rapid shutdown devices on rooftop solar,
Right.
because we have one product that does all of it, and it's cost competitive. So a lot of people, when you say you got a microinverter for commercial solar,
Right.
they're like, oh, microinverters, oh, that's a residential product. It's too expensive. It's not powerful enough. It's, all these reasons. And we found that it's this big paradigm shift in the industry to try to change minds. It's like, no, we designed this specifically for commercial applications for you,
Right.
to be able to go out there and, have something that's cost competitive. It can handle like 600 watt PV modules simultaneously
Wow,
in one microinverter unit.
that's amazing.
It's brutally powerful. It's amazing, and cost effective, rugged durability, and it's about like on a 100 panel PV module system. If you had 100 PV modules, you'd have to put one rapid shutdown device on each one of those and connect all those to a string inverter. So you've got well over 100 units on the roof, 100 units to install, and with ours, it's 1 to 4. So you'd have 25 units. So you'd have 75% fewer items to install, turns of the wrench, etc. But also think about that in terms of like reliability.
Yeah.
Fewer potential points of failure, fewer power electronics on the roof.
Right.
And so that increases the reliability of the system.
Right, that's awesome. Yeah, O&M's a big topic these days
Yeah.
because a lot of systems that were out there that failed, they're having to go back and fix them. So I immediately think of that. Like,
Yeah.
if you've got a more simplified system, then going back and doing servicing makes it much easier for the contractor, right?
Absolutely.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's very cool. Yeah, and I mean, are you guys doing? I work highly in the technical training field, and racking's not super complicated, but if they're new to our products, we do a lot of training and support.
Yeah.
And then if we come out with something kind of new and innovative, we've got our mini rail system, which is a little different than a standard rail-based system, so the learning curve's a little higher.
Yep.
Would you say? I know you guys have done some trainings. We've done some co-trainings together out on the road, which is really cool. What kind of trainings do you guys offer for your customers?
Yeah, we love doing on-site trainings whenever possible. Our distributor partners, they all like to host installer events that we go to. We provide some there. But even if we have a distributor or an installer that reaches out to us and like, hey, can you train these guys? Can you train my team? We've got some new people. Can you train them? We'll always jump on a call. I've been on some of these calls and delivered the training myself. And we absolutely love doing that because just like you said, when somebody's new to something, there are a couple of, either that learning curve or it's different enough from some other product that they're used to where we want to give them best practices. We want to be able to get them through, so it becomes something that they feel comfortable doing in their sleep.
Totally.
And that they could do quickly. It will save them time. Once they learn that way to do it, we all had to learn how to use Microsoft Office programs and Windows and, where to click and how to go, through our phone. And we had to self-train on how to use an iPhone or, Android. And these are steps that, we need to kind of walk some of our installers through so that they can be more effective. And once they learn a couple of tips and tricks, it makes a world of difference in these people's day.
Absolutely.
Whether or not they get hung up on something, they couldn't figure something out, they grab the wrong part thinking that that's the part, know.
Right. And not only that, you get the feedback from them. What's working, what's not working.
Yeah.
And it helps your product improve.
It drives change. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, we've had a lot of installers come by and say they appreciate that the industry, manufacturers like you guys and ourselves are listening. Because they'll come to this conference and like, that product is something you guys talked about, and you designed what you were talking about, and here it is live and ready to go.
Right.
So it's really cool to see the products coming out. What are you guys most excited? What are you excited about that you got in your booth that you're showing this week?
I mean, I'm in marketing, so I'm excited about everything. Get a little easily excited about new stuff. But we had that commercial product I mentioned. We have cool. the energy storage. That's we've stepped up, the big brother to our previous version. But one thing I'm really excited about is the philosophy that we've brought to the table with all these new products. And that philosophy is helping our installers. They're the number one thing in mind when we design these products. They're the number one thing that we focus on when we are trying to create features in these products. How does this help the installer? And with many of our products, it helps them install faster. It helps them be more profitable. Helps them deliver more features, and that's made a difference. Like you said, when those installers come back to you and they're like, "Thanks for teaching us this," or "Thanks for showing us this. It's made a big difference." We've had some installers come back to us saying, "You've made a significant impact on my business."
Yeah.
You have helped us through this difficult time because we're able to make more money per job. We may not be getting as many jobs, but we're able to keep staff on because we got more margin because we're selling APsystems.
Yeah. Totally.
So hearing that stuff, that we're able to, keep another solar installer going in this tough industry, in this tough time.
Right.
Like that means a lot. That really
That's why we do it.
Yep. That's why we do it.
Yeah, customer service is everything. I mean, you hear these complaints of, not naming names, but some companies get a bad rap for not answering the phone. And what I've seen from you guys is you guys are there to support your customers, and we do the same. We take customer service very seriously, and servicing is a big deal. Like I said before, is there's contractors who are, their sole business is going and fixing old systems, and I actually never heard of them fixing one of yours because it sounds like you guys do a good job.
We try. We really try.
The product's working. But yeah, I mean, going through the training, not only are you teaching them how to install it, but if something goes on, how to fix it.
Yeah.
And what to troubleshoot, what to figure out. And
every product, every manufacturer, there are going to be issues. It's how that company responds to it.
Exactly.
That's everything.
Yep. Exactly.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, it's very exciting. I was at your booth earlier, but I'll come by again and check it all out. I didn't know about the commercial product, so that's very exciting because we're seeing a lot of residential customers who are, the residential, like you said, residential got hit hard. So a lot of the resi guys companies are trying to see how they do in commercial, and they're either going light commercial and now they're going full commercial. So it's really cool that you have that product line to expand on. So really, really cool. So yeah. So are you, what are you getting into tonight? What's
trouble. We'll get into trouble. Yeah.
Well, I think
we'll take some customers out and we'll show them a good time. We're having a good time at our booth too.
Yeah,
so
cool.
We've got happy hour going right now.
Awesome.
In the background, we've got a video going of some just customer testimonials of some
awesome.
People that are talking about their experience with APsystems. Love for people to come by, have a drink on us.
Sweet.
You got to come by. You got to come by.
Yeah.
Enjoy the time. This is our time. This is
RE Plus. I mean, this is the biggest conference of the year. I really didn't know how it was going to go, but this has been awesome. And thanks for joining us. So if you guys
pleasure.
have never checked out APsystems, definitely give them a shot. Check out their website. They actually, I was really impressed with you're in marketing. I saw some of your guys' videos. I was like, these are really cool. I appreciate really good content, and the digital animations were so real life. I really appreciate because it's very crystal clear how everything plugs in, how it goes together, and I thought that was really cool. So if you get a chance, check out their website. They have some really good marketing content, training, really cool products. I'm going to come check out the commercial stuff. I'll come get a beer with you.
Better.
Yeah, absolutely. And also, I wanted to mention we are doing a fundraiser. It is 9/11, and K2 is doing a fundraiser. We'll put it up in the description there. Please click on that. We obviously it's the day of remembrance. You know, we'll never forget 9/11 and all the brave firefighters and service personnel in that tragedy, and we are remembering all of them. And we're doing a fundraiser for everybody involved and doing our best to do our part. So please check that link if you want to donate and contribute as we are. Please do so. And Jason, thanks so much for joining us. This is fun.
Thanks, Johan.
And,
Thanks, K2.
Yeah,
Thanks
have
for
a great
having me.
rest of the show. I'll come by. We'll have a beer and check out some products. And come by the booth if you're hearing this and you're around. Come check us out. If you're just listening and this is over, come check out our products. There's a lot of really cool stuff coming out in the solar industry. So thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time.